Hey guys, I'm Jessica Flynn. I am the owner and maker of Flynn Sisters Boutique. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over my glitter ombre tutorial. This is how I do all my ombre cups, and so I'm really excited to show you this technique. It can work with any size glitters, chunky to fine, and I really hope you enjoy the video. We're going to be doing it with my Wine and Roses cup. Definitely one of my best sellers this year, so I hope you enjoy the video. If you guys are liking our channel, please subscribe, please like those videos, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I am very active in my comment section, so I'm happy to answer your questions. So let's get started.
All right, so we're gonna start out by properly prepping our cup by sanding it pretty well. Once we're done sanding, we're gonna clean it off with some acetone. Once you've cleaned it with the acetone, you'll take it inside and wash it with dish soap and water. Get it nice and dry. Then we're gonna come back out and spray paint our base colors. For this example, I'm gonna be using Harvest Grape by Rust-Oleum for the top. And on the bottom, we will be using Rust-Oleum Metallics Gold. Make sure when you guys are working with spray paint, epoxy, acetone, any kind of harmful chemicals that you do use an organic vapor respirator, and you use these chemicals in a well-ventilated open area. Normally, I would be spray painting outside and not in my garage, but for the purpose of this video. All right, so there we go, and now we're ready to dry the cup and put the epoxy on. So I'm just stirring up about 5 milliliters of epoxy. And we want to mix it until there are no streaks and it's totally clear. All right, and now my cup is ready to apply the epoxy for the epoxy method glitter. And I'm really, if you notice, I'm only using about 1 milliliter of epoxy, if that. And it should spread on really easily because I put my cups in front of a heater after I spray paint them, so they're nice and warm when I go to do the epoxy method. Makes things much easier. All right, and you'll notice here there's no lines in that epoxy. We're just going to want to let that sit. You'll want to let this sit for about 2 to 3 minutes before you glitter.
So what we're doing is a Wine and Roses ombre. This is one of my most popular ombre combinations on my website. And the colors that I use for this Wine and Roses look is Athena from Peachy Olive Glitters, mixed with Wanderlust, also from Peachy Olive Glitters, Figgy, and Zodiac. So all Peachy Olive. And when I mix these two for the gold copper kind of color, I just mix about a 50-50 mix in one of these little containers, and I kind of hold on to it for later. So here we go, we're just gonna jump right in. So when I'm doing a ombre situation, you will want to start with the chunkier glitter first. So your larger cut will go on the cup first, and then you go in next with your finer cut. If you're using two chunky glitters, you would start with your most dominant color and then come in the second phase with your less dominant color. So in this case, we're going to be starting with this Wanderlust and Athena mix because it is kind of a multi-size chunky mix as opposed to these finer cuts. So here we go. What I like to do is hold my cup at an angle, okay? The steeper the angle, the further down your glitter is going to fall, okay? Actually, I'm going to start with the bottom first. So to do the bottom, just kind of tip tap it on there. Make sure I got it fully coated. If you want to dump it out, kind of dip it into your paper there. That's good. So I got full coverage on the bottom. We're done with that part. So I'm going to scoop all this in, and we'll get into the sides. So while holding the cup at an angle, I have my little cup here, and I'm just kind of tapping, holding and tapping gently, okay? Really take your time with this, okay? Do not rush it, do not tap too hard. If you want more control, less angle. Less control, more angle, okay? So, and we're not worried about any kind of solid coverage yet. I'm really just trying to first establish where I want my fade in this color to begin and end. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a lot of sparse areas. There's a big one. Because I'm not really concerned yet about getting any kind of coverage. So here, about here is where my copper color starts, and then it just sort of fades up, and it's going to get more dense here towards the top. So then once I know, like, I like where the fade begins and ends here, so then I'm going to move in and start building coverage just around the bottom. Okay, so once I've established where my fade's going to start and stop, that's when I start filling in just the bottom, and I'm talking like just the bottom. I'm only putting full coverage around the bottom 2 inches of the cup here, if that. Okay, so that's that. And then before we move into the other color, we'll just want to tap off that excess, off your paper really good, and then we're going to move into this other color. So for the top, I'm going to go pretty heavy on the top, just to get that out of the way. And then I'm going to do my tilt, pretty steep tilt with the finer glitter, okay? And I'm just letting a little bit fall down. Okay. I like shakers that have these holes, and I do think shakers matter. So get yourself some good shakers. If you're somebody who likes to tap out of the cups, that's fine too, but personally I prefer shakers. So after I've done that first tilt and gone around one time, I just will repeat doing that a couple rotations around, okay? And I'm not piling it on. I'm not piling it on a lot, okay? Still pretty light coverage. So now I could see from where my copper, I do want to get a little more going into the Figgy there. So we'll go back in. All right, and we're just gonna bring, now we're tapping down lower in, and then just kind of shaking it off. Let go a little too much. Okay, so now we're starting to see a little bit more of a fade. So now I'm going to go in with Zodiac. Zodiac is a finer cut of Figgy. Why would I not just use one cut of Figgy? Well, because I like to use finer cuts to bring in more color into this contrasting color on my ombres. So this finer cut is gonna allow me to get into all those tiny little areas that's not fully covered with glitter, and it's gonna give me a softer fade of color than if I were to use just all one cut, like a larger cut. I think this is called a 0.15 or something like that. And this would be a 0.08, okay? This is not something you have to do. You would still get good results just from one cut. However, if I have a chunky ombre with like a really high contrast, I just prefer to go back over with a finer cut. And I'm sprinkling it on pretty heavy at this point. So very subtle, but just brought that color down in. I'm almost bringing color down into this far into the copper, okay? And then my copper can be found this far up the cup. So really I have a very large transition space in my ombre, if that makes sense. At least that's the goal anyway. I don't always do a good job at that, but. And this, you guys, this will take practice. This is not I don't know if maybe you are really good at it, but I know for me it took a lot of cups to really get my ombre down, and I'm trying a lot of different techniques before I found something that worked for me. And this just kind of, I don't know, this just clicked for me, and I really like it. Now, in the same way that we're doing this finer cut of the Figgy to further our blend is the same thing that you can do with these chunkier glitters. Say you wanted to throw in, you know, like a fine rose gold and put a fine rose gold over that just to further carry this color in. You can do that as well. I just think I get enough with you, so. All right. Then I will go through one more time with the chunky copper color, and I'm just gonna let it rip. Really just let it rip. I don't have to be careful now because most of the spots that I need covered are covered. I'm just filling in anywhere that might have a blank spot or might have less coverage. Okay, so there is our beautiful ombre wine and roses cup. What you'll want to do from here is let this dry. You don't want to touch it yet. Let this dry for about 2 to 3 hours. And then we'll come through, and I don't really like to brush off glitter. I just like to tap it off. With colors like this, I would recommend sealing with a clear acrylic gloss spray sealer before epoxying. Okay, only because with these high contrast colors, if you do get movement, you don't want to get movement in your glitter, especially after you work this hard to get this beautiful fade, okay? So with these, I would recommend sealing your glitter. I typically don't, but I have had situations where I didn't think I needed to seal, and come to find out later I did. So definitely seal this one. And that is about it. So that covers my glitter ombre tutorial. You'll, of course, after this, you would epoxy and all that stuff. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I will do a perfect epoxy finish video in a different time. So if you guys like the video, if you like my channel, if you're having fun with the Flynn Sisters community, subscribe to our channel, like the videos, engage in the comments. You guys can always reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, and if you want to shop Flynn Sisters Boutique, you could find us at FlynnSistersBoutique.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.